Greetings, dear friends. I am Chisba, and welcome to my brand new Let's Play. That's right, we're doing Monkey Island Special Edition 2. Woodchuck's Revenge.
Well, well, well. Guybrush Threepwood, you do turn up in the strangest places.
Hi, Elaine. Do you think you could help me out?
How did you get into this mess?
It's kind of a long story.
Oh, that's okay. I've got time.
Well, it all started on Scab Island. Some of my admiring fans had pressured me into telling my LeChuck evaporating story once again.
Deep in the Caribbean, Scab Island.
So I bust into the church and say, "Now you're in for it, you bilious bag of barnacle bait." And then LeChuck cries, "Guybrush, have mercy! I can't take it anymore!"
I think I know how he must have felt.
Yeah, if I hear this story one more time, I'm gonna be crying myself.
Don't you have any new stories?
Well, actually, that's why I'm here on Scab Island. I'm on a whole new adventure.
Growing a mustache?
No, bigger than that.
A beard?
No, I'm in search of treasure. The biggest treasure of them all. A treasure so valuable and so well hidden that it haunts the dreams of every pirate on the seas.
You mean
Big whoop?
None other.
Then why'd you come here? There's no treasure on Scab Island.
Well, I didn't know that before. Now I'm trying to charter a ship and look someplace else. When I return, I'll have riches galore and a whole new story.
Or you'll have died trying.
either way, we won't have to hear about LeChuck anymore.
Nah.
Ha! Those guys wouldn't know a good story even if they paid $50 for it. When I find Big Whoop, I'll become a legend among pirates for generations to come. I can only charter a ship and get off this stinking island.
Part 1, the Largo Embargo. Now, the one thing I do hate about this game is the inordinate amount of constantly having to backtrack a lot. Oh, here's Largo.
Where do you think you're going, fancy pants? You ain't from these parts, are you? This is a toll bridge. You gotta pay.
Is this some sort of bribe situation?
No, more like extortion. Here, allow me to demonstrate.
Help! Police!
Scream as loud as you want. There's no police on Scab Island.
Then who eats the donuts and roughs up the transients?
I roughs up what needs roughing up on this island.
Whoa.
Hey, you're loaded. This is my lucky night. Remember, wherever you go, on sea or on land, you can't ever hide from Largo Legrand.
Yep.
Tough town. I guess I should have got those traveler's checks.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Oops, I think I broke the sign.
No worries. Alright, so... we have the woodsmith here. We're not gonna talk to him yet.
Hello.
We have the cartographer. Alright, first things first is we're gonna go to this window. Pick up this knife. I'm not gonna walk over here. So this is the innkeeper.
Excuse me, I'd like a room, please.
Sorry, we only have one and it's full.
Only one guest.
Yes, but that dang Largo eats like 30.
So, yes, apparently Largo is renting the only room. The room's up here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the knife.
Hey, how'd old Pegbiter get loose? I'd better go catch him before he catches somebody else.
Okay, so we're gonna pick up the bowl.
Cheese squigglies. One of my favorites.
It's the only way to get rid of the innkeeper. Alright, so we're gonna go to the ship. You might remember these guys from the first Monkey Island.
Hey, leave that alone.
Sorry, is this your bucket?
Well, no.
So you won't mind if I take it?
I guess not.
Alright. I'm not going to talk to people at the moment. Because I'm gonna try and eliminate as much of the backtracking as I can. Because it's annoying. Oh, hold on. Alright. Now we're gonna go back to Woodchuck a minute. Because we gotta get a sense of how evil Largo is.
Yeah?
What's the problem with that Largo guy?
He really goes against my grain. I'd like to make an end table out of him, but I don't have the guts. With all my tools, I'm still unable to create the one thing that could do this island some good.
Like an all-night tattoo parlor?
No. Like a voodoo doll of Largo Legrand.
Oh. Nice apron. Are you some sort of chef?
No. I'm a woodsmith, which gives one of us an excuse for dressing funny.
Wow. And this is just funny.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A woodchuck could chuck no amount of wood since a woodchuck can't chuck wood.
But if a woodchuck could chuck and would chuck some amount of wood, what amount of wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Even if a woodchuck could chuck wood, and even if a woodchuck would chuck wood, should a woodchuck chuck wood?
A woodchuck should chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, as long as a woodchuck would chuck wood.
Oh, shut up.
I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing.
Alright, so we're gonna go down here.
Excuse me,
Yeah, boy?
how's business?
It's just terrible. No one ever comes down here anymore. Largo's got all my regulars spooked. You know, I can mix any drink there is. Make anything you could name. But I can't make the one thing that could really do this island some good.
What's that?
A voodoo doll of Largo LeGrand.
You there!
Uh-oh.
Give me my usual, and put it in a real glass.
Ew.
Fork over the dough or you'll be serving Bloody Marys for a week. From your nose.
That's all I have.
Well, you better have more tomorrow, or we might have to move this dump to a new location. Like, say, the bottom of the ocean.
Boy, you just gave him all your money?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. This is the kind of guy Largo is. He's not a pleasant guy at all.
Hello.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes. Hi there. Can I help you?
Excuse me, do you know anything about Big Whoop?
Uh-oh. Who sent you here? I should warn you. I'm heavily armed.
Don't shoot. I was just asking.
Well, that's a dangerous question. I've been researching Big Whoop for years. There are a lot of people who'd like to get their hands on my files.
Are you looking for Big Whoop too?
Well, I haven't really been able to find out much hard information. What do you know about it?
I know its location is a mystery.
You mean you never heard of the 4 men who buried it?
No. Tell me all about it.
Well, all anyone knows for sure is that there was a shipwreck. The merchant vessel Elaine went down in a terrible storm.
Elaine?
Only 4 crew members survived. They washed up on a remote deserted island. Some say its name was Inky Island, but I don't believe that.
Well, why don't you believe it?
Because there's no such island. Anyway, that's where they supposedly found Big Whoop.
But what is Big Whoop?
Whatever it was so wonderful, or so horrible, that they never wanted anyone else to find it. So, they took the map they made of the island and split it up among the 4 of them, and they all went their separate ways.
Where are they now?
Well, I don't even know their names. I'd go look them up at the Fat City Library, if it weren't for this stupid Largo embargo. Of course, it could just be an old legend, but if I could just see the map of that island, I bet I could recognize the shape of the land and track it down myself.
Nice place you have here. Well, goodbye.
Okie dokie.
Alright, come on.
Hey, where's my monocle? I can't see a thing without my monocle. Where is that thing?
Yes, I know that was a cruel thing to do, but we kind of need it. Alright. So the next thing we have to do is talk to these guys.
What is it?
Did you ever get that circus started?
Do we know you?
I'm Guybrush. You tried to sell me the minutes of a PTA meeting in the last game, claiming it was a map?
Map? I don't know what you're talking about.
Liar.
No, really.
Why did you wake us up, Guybrush?
What are you guys doing up there?
We're performing.
That's right. Performing.
That's what we do for a living now.
You see, after our circus failed, we started a pirate catering business on nearby Fat Island.
The sacking lunch. It was quite lucrative.
Why aren't you still doing that?
The governor of the island made us an offer we, couldn't refuse. So, we sold him the business.
What did you do with the money?
We sank the money into one of those newfangled glass-bottom boats.
We wanted to take passengers on sightseeing trips.
And search for a place called Drinky Island in our spare time.
Boy, did we ever want to get there.
Aside from the obvious reason, we had inside information that Drinky was in fact the resting place of the legendary treasure of Big Whoop.
I don't see what this has to do with performing.
We're getting to that.
You see, we got a bit of a raw deal on the boat.
Seems the salesman didn't have any glass for the bottom, so he just left a gaping hole there.
By the time we noticed, we were taking on water, fast.
We ended up stranded on a tiny desert island.
When did we get to the performing part?
We met a philosopher on the island, and he told us something which changed our lives.
What? What is it? What did he say? Tell me already.
He told us that all the world is a stage and that we are merely players. So, we became performance artists. In our current work, we portray man's response to global environmental issues of a changing world.
How come you have to perform on that ledge?
To show the precarious nature of the situation. So to speak.
Right.
I think you're overlooking the potential symbolism to be gained by your closeness to the Earth.
But...
All right, you got us. We're really up here because...
Well, we're afraid to come down.
What?
What's the word for it, Frank?
Terraformophobia?
It's the opposite of acrophobia. Something like... orcophobia.
Sounds more like workophobia to me.
Say what you will, we're not coming down.
What happened to your leg?
It happened during a performance.
When he lost the leg, Frank was brilliantly showing the inseparability of the path man walks from the food chain.
The symbolism of the cheese was essential. You know, this leg is looking sort of dingy. Would you get some polish over at the Woodsmiths and polish it for me?
Sure.
Thanks. Here's some money for the polish.
Is that your rat?
Yes. We call him Munster Monster because of his insatiable passion for cheese.
See you later.
We can scarcely contain our anticipation.
Alright, so... we don't actually have all the things we need to kidnap the rat yet. Yes, we're going to be kidnapping the rat. So, we're going to go to the Woodsmiths and go get the polish so that we can polish up his leg.
Yeah?
Could I buy some wood polish?
That's 1 piece of 8. Anything else?
I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing.
Alright, so let's go polish his leg up. There we go, use wood polish on peg leg.
Thanks! Here's a piece of 8 for your trouble.
Oh, gee, thanks. Alright, we're done in Woodchuck for now. Not really... there's not really much else we can do, so... how about we go exploring? Go to the swamp. International House of Mojo.
Wow, a whole bucket of mud. And it's mine. All mine.
Lovely.
Creepy, but apparently seaworthy.
Use coffin. That is creepy.
Well, just take a little.
Right, let's look at the jars.
Wart remover. Ash to life. The uncremating cream. Skink toes. Eau de Mojo. The mystical aroma of voodoo captured in a delightful potpourri. Bat wax. Spider lungs. Golden tongue. The 5-day treatment plan that helps you talk to women. Tender touch pirate powder. Prevents stump chafing and eye patch rash. Cat dewormer.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Look who
It's been a
is.
long time since you last came to see me.
How's business?
Very good. Many hexes this week. Saved many people from the evil eye. Made many pieces of 8. Although Largo took most of them.
Tell me about this Largo guy.
He's a weak little man who bullies this whole island around. Most people are afraid of him because he was once LeChuck's right-hand man.
Yeah, but LeChuck's history. I got rid of him myself.
True evil can never be destroyed completely.
He's
you
never-
will see.
He's not true evil.
Why don't you just put a curse on Largo?
I've tried. My most powerful magic lies in voodoo dolls. But to make an effective doll, I need some items from Largo's person, and no one's brave enough to go get them for me.
What kind of ingredients do you need for the doll?
Are you willing to help me make one?
Maybe?
To make it work, you need to bring me some personal artifacts of the victim. One from each of the 4 basic voodoo groups. Something of the thread, something of the head, something of the body, and something of the dead.
Hey, that almost rhymes.
For the thread, I need a piece of Largo's clothing, and a lock of hair will do for the head. Bring me a sample of fluid from his body, and from his dead relatives, you must acquire some remnant of a corpse. Here, take the shopping list.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now go.
Alright, so we have to get rid of Largo. And